Welcome everybody to the Mix and Serve. That's right. Here at the damn bar, we don't cheers with the cheers, we cheers with a damn. Okay?
Damn!
A hot damn. So I'm Toussaint.
I'm Alyssa Brayboy, filling in for Lena Green.
That's right. Now she's bartending.
I got a promotion, y'all.
We're trying her out. Don't woo that shit. We're trying it out. Damn.
Damn.
We say it, y'all say it. Okay, it's a call and response thing. If you don't get it, go back to church. We have 3 drinks every week. So this week we have the Hexer and the Rye, Mo Budget, Mo Problems, and the Go Vojito. Those should sound obvious to you. If they don't, that's okay. That's what this show's all for.
We
all
don't
right?
get there.
So let's jump into the first drink, the Hexer and the Rye, or as we call it, what the hex?
You gonna hit me with some facts? Will?
Some facts on this guy. So witches are real. They exist. They live in New York. And they prefer to be called they, them, or their. Basically what's happening is that Catlin Books, an occult bookstore in Bushwick, Brooklyn, is putting on this big public event to hex the new Supreme Court Judge, Brett Kavanaugh. Which is gonna be crazy. The event is already sold out to well over 1,000 people. I know that bookstore don't fit in those 1,000 people, so I don't know where the fuck they're going, but they're gonna be out there in the streets somewhere, Bushwick. So for the niggas that still live there, watch out. Other facts about it, since the event is already sold out, most of the profits from these ticket sales are actually going to LGBTQ organizations, which is really cool, as well as Planned Parenthood. Nice. Now there are actually going to be 2 rituals for the people that are going, that may be watching in New York. There's 2 rituals. The first one is obviously to hex that guy, Kavanaugh. They're going to put like a picture of him up with some candles and like some coffins and nails and like say a bunch of crazy shit. The second ritual is actually called Rights of the Scorned One, basically where they're giving a platform to all the people that have suffered from sexual assault to share in their anger and really, use the power of that. The creator of the event, Dakota Braccicelli, I don't know how to pronounce their last name.
We are going to butcher that, but
no. I mean, they plan to butcher him with a hex anyway, so it'll be fine. The main thing with them is that witches, the whole idea of witches to them aren't just like leggings and pumpkin spice lattes in October.
What?
But I know it's surprising because they are white. Apparently, what it's really about is about tapping into the old power of witches that are meant to affect change against men that are way too powerful for normal governments to change.
So I'm gonna hit you with some mainstream as we prepare this Hexer and the Rye, y'all. So it's very partisan coverage right now. We have conservative Fox. They're going into a bit of a small panic. They say it's dangerous times right now, whereas the liberal media is all about giving these bitches, I mean witches, some press. They have been interviewing a lot of mainstream coverage. For this drink, we're gonna start off with some rye whiskey.
I know, you're so surprised. It is.
Some rye whiskey for the mainstream media because of how spicy it is for Fox right now, getting all hot and a little savory for our liberal sources, enjoying how juicy the story is.
We got, social media. Actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of sweet vermouth for this guy. The main thing about sweet vermouth is that it's very herbaceous in its taste. The main thing about herbaceous and sweet is that I think that overall, I do think that this is kind of cool. That this has become the Facebook that used to be so shitty for politics and all this, has become a place for people to like share in their experiences and really come together. For Facebook and social media, we're gonna give that the solid little guy right there, some sweet vermouth. All right, now we're actually gonna use some, did we ever get that beet juice? It's really great stuff. It's very healthy. This guy's really great. It's actually non-GMO, verified, so that's cool. We're just gonna put a little bit of that in there. The main thing about this, again, is the herbs. Like, I imagine witches like grabbing some beets and some stuff and making some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's most of what that's about. But also, it's healthy, I think. Here's a little bit of this stuff that looks like blood. God damn, that looks like blood. Here we go. We're gonna hit this with a few bitters because obviously, People are really bitter about the whole situation. For you to be gathering thousands of motherfuckers to hex somebody, you gotta be a bitter motherfucker in the first place. So all my bitter motherfuckers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They hex Trump.
This is very important, actually. They have hexed people before. Mind you, they also throw other events. They don't just hex motherfuckers. They sign people up to vote. They do regular protests and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's happening. Black people don't talk a lot about witches because we believe in that shit. We be like, I don't fuck with y'all. You ain't gonna see them cursing Cory Booker no time soon. That motherfucker's be like, nope, not me. Not me today, Satan. So we're just gonna do it like this. Okay, there we go. All right, we're gonna actually serve this one up. As much as I would love to serve it like on the rocks, I think that this whole situation is pretty unchill. So we're gonna do that. Looks very blood-like, right?
It's very fall. I like it. Very autumn.
This little orange peel. Now, I know that everybody knows what the orange peel is for whenever I use it on the show, but I'm gonna say it anyways. It's for our president, Rumpelstiltskin. This is for Rumpelstiltskin right here. A little something something because he's a big part of this story. You know, this is all his fault, I guess. So there's that. There we go. This is the Hexer and the Rye. Oh, damn.
Damn.
There we go.
Damn.
To the Hexer and the Rye. We are actually now going to sports. Sports
No.
with my man Johnny Bangs. Yeah, we are. We have to go to
okay.
sports first. Hey, what's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
Johnny,
How you feeling?
welcome.
Good. How's everyone doing out there?
Everybody good. Everybody good.
All right, sports. First and foremost, Simone Biles. Everyone remembers Simone Biles, the gold medalist winner. So she just did it again this weekend at the 2018 Select World Championship team they choose for the Olympics for 2020. There goes Simone, and she's running all 4.8. Let's see what she. Oh! So that's the first time that's ever happened. But here's my only thing about the Simone Biles. You guys remember Gabby Douglas? Yeah. What happened to her, right? Yeah. It seems like Simone Biles kind of took over and she flipped out of the picture.
God damn it, Johnny.
Damn. Everyone's favorite Canadian, Drake, was on LeBron James's HBO show called The Shop. They talk in a barbershop. It's real sweet. Drake has a beef with the guy from Virginia named Pusha T. And so he was talking about the situation. He was revealing his feelings and why he was so distraught and everything. Here's the crazy part of it all. LeBron was coaxing him to talk, but during the summer, LeBron was working out to his arch nemesis songs. So this is what I have to say for all the people in the audience. Fuck friends. Damn, cheers to that. All right.
Damn.
Everybody give it up for Jonathan Bangs. Thank you so much, Daddy. Okay, let's go into our next segment. I believe we have traffic. Oh, shit, Leigh Jones.
Thank you for joining
I was wondering where you were.
I'm here now.
Yeah, you're here right now.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take that tone with you.
You see how things get?
Oh. Well, excuse
Inappropriate.
me.
Inappropriate.
Huh?
Inappropriate. Moving right along, Leigh Jones is gonna hit us with some traffic news.
Yep.
Oh God.
What? I didn't say it.
No, you're good.
What I was thinking in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I do have traffic news as far as traffic goes, besides LA just being slow as shit, full of transplants that don't know how to drive. But right now, there's been a little halt. There's a halt in production for Ford because this trade war with China has really hit them hard. And they have lost at least $1 billion. And they're about to cut down on like 12% of their entire workforce. So thanks, Trump. I'm sorry, Trump.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
You're doing great.
That's okay. You can punch me later. What happened was, because of the tariffs on aluminum and steel, Ford is losing a lot of money. They can't produce the Ford Focus Active anymore, which they made in China. Which, who knew that Ford was making cars in China? Like, I didn't. I'm a built Ford tough family. And so, but also there's been this huge problem with global warming. I don't know if you've heard of it. I'm just kidding. It's very real. The UN just published this whole report saying that we now only have 12 years actually to stop global warming. Otherwise, there will be catastrophic fucking problems. We'll all die. So Trump doesn't have to worry about that. He'll be dead by then anyway. Oh, I'm not killing him. Kentucky Fried Chicken is killing him. So because of this huge problem, we're all like overwhelmed, like what can we do? But it turns out that transportation actually is one of the leading causes, especially in the United States. Everything else as far as carbon emissions has been going down, except for transportation, because Why? Guess what? It's Trump and him deregulating all of the transportation sector. But there are some little things that you can do. You can ride those cute little e-scooters. Have you seen them around?
Hey.
There's like birds. There's birds. There's lime. There's like all sorts of stuff that you can hop on and scoot around. I love them, and actually the rest of the world loves them too. They just reached unicorn status. I think it's just millennials. We love unicorns, don't we? We do. I love a good unicorn. Point being, we love those e-scooters, so hop on one of those and save some gas. Also, Hyundai. I said it with an accent because it's a weird word. I don't know how to say it. But they are making this great hydrogen-fueled car that only emits water vapor, and it gets like 380 miles to the gallon. So like, I'm in there. Like, you might not be able to pump up at your nearest hydrogen station, but like, you got 380 miles to fuck around and then come back. It emits water vapor, and I was thinking like, you remember Exhibit? And that show, Pimp My Ride? I was thinking, like, we could pimp these hydrogen cars out, right? Like, we're already vaping. I could vape, have a little vape coming out the back of the car. Or, you know what I'm saying? Drop some essential oils and release, like, lavender and honey into the world. Wouldn't that be so much nicer than fucking gasoline and carbon? Just have the world full of, like, peppermint oil and shit. Everybody being super zen. I love that. Another little, like, tiny thing you could do is if you're lazy, you could just stay at home. Just cut out transportation in general, because these people in Japan are working on chameleon mask, which is an iPad that someone straps to their face, right? So you're basically mobile FaceTiming with people. Like, hey, your friend's like, hey, let's go to drinks, but they're really more of an associate. Send out this human Uber man to go out there, or woman, sorry, to go out there for you, and you could just like FaceTime with them on your couch in your underwear. It was just fantastic. And that's where, I mean, that's legit where we're all headed anyway, isn't it? So try that out, and if global warming continues the way that's been going, we'll all be stuck at home anyway with robots with iPads stuck to their faces, so.
Damn.
Thank you, Will.
Yeah, okay, that's
Damn.
okay.
Damn, boo.
Everybody give it up for Leigh Jones.
Leigh Jones.
Thank you so much.
Get
Let's
right on
move
that.
on to our third story. Are you ready for this?
Yes, we gonna vote or die, y'all.
I
And
gotta get
Will's
the
gonna
facts.
hit us with some facts.
Okay, some facts about voting. Number one, voting day obviously is November 6th. The deadline for California to register to vote is October 22nd, which is a lot better than Georgia, where on their deadline, like 53,000 votes were just like put to the side. They were just like, oh, you want to register to vote? But you're all black mostly, so we're just gonna put your votes right over here and wait for that for a little bit. How's that, buddy? Voter suppression, damn! That shit is terrible. That shit is happening so rampant all over the country right now. Vice News reports that gutting the Voting Rights Act, you know, the one our grandparents and great-grandparents fought for, that whole shit, they gutted that in 2013. When they did that, they allowed these states that had a history of voter suppression to recreate the voter ID laws as they saw fit. Some things we saw from that. And I'm surprised at that. And I'm not usually surprised by how fucked up American politics are.
Really?
I'm usually not. I mean, when Trump was elected, I was like, that makes sense. When they gutted this act, Chief Justice John Roberts, at the time, said the act's rules were based on decades-old data and eradicated practices. And immediately, I'm not joking, immediately, like he said that, the next day, states was like, oh, Georgia was like, oh shit, for real? Oh. Niggas don't have a chance. Another thing that happened in voter suppression, black elderly voters in Georgia, they got this bus. They were gonna take all these elderly people that don't have mode of transportation. They were gonna take them to the voting polls,
Beautiful.
right? Right when they all got on the bus, the person that runs the place was like, hey, the government said you have to get off the bus. Someone called the commissioner and complained that the bus didn't have the right license to take these folks to the poll. So, these lovely folks did not get to vote that day. This is very real, right? Because if your vote didn't count, why would they drag old motherfuckers off a bus? They might have forgot before they even got to the polls. You don't know. They might have forgot the whole damn vote. They might have been like, where are we going? Go to the corral. We might have switched it up. Crystal Mason lives in Texas. Crystal Mason was found guilty of tax fraud some years ago. Admitted to it. Turned herself in, pled guilty. Took the time, was done with it, right? In the state of Texas, if you have a felony ever, you are not legally allowed to vote. Now, her defense is that no one told her this. She had help from everybody to fill out her voter ballot. She wasn't even gonna fucking vote. She was like every other millennial who was like, you know what? My vote doesn't matter. My vote doesn't count. Her mother said, baby, I need you to vote. I need you to give the right example to your kids. She went out, she voted, she filed, all this stuff. They didn't recognize her name in the registration when she went to go vote. If you show up to the polls and they tell you that you're not registered to vote, you say, I'd like to fill out a provisional ballot. She said, I'd like to fill out a provisional ballot. People said, no problem. They give her the thing, she votes. This is in the 2016 presidential election. She only voted because she wanted to show her children that she cared when a woman was up for president. That vote never counted. They actually took it out. They had a warrant for her arrest. She turned herself in. They found her guilty. So she is now serving 5 years in prison for voter fraud. Brock Turner is gone and out on the streets. Watch out behind the garbage cans. But don't worry, this woman will not be voting in the coming midterm election. She'll be in jail, in prison, while her 3 children are sitting at home. This is voter suppression. Say her name now. Crystal Mason with 3 kids in prison. I highly advise everyone to go check out in Los Angeles, ballot.fyi. It is the most comprehensive list of the props, the pros, and the cons. And then for Prop 10, we actually have yes on 10 because the rent is too damn high. But I want to, before we get into making the drink, I want to bring up 2 of the representatives from Prop 10. So everybody give it up for 12 Yes on 10 representatives, Damion Goodmon and René Moya. Thank you, René. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, would you guys like a drink or something to drink?
What can I get you?
Whatever you give us.
Okay.
Do you prefer gin or?
Gin.
Gin.
Oh.
You see, a bartender knows his man. Look at that jacket. That's a gin man right there.
Prop 10, yes on 10.
Prop 10, let's talk about it.
Prop 10, very, very simple. It allows us to expand rent control in California. Prop 10 basically allows us to expand renter protections, basically to keep more people in their homes. Prop 10 would allow LA to expand rent control. It doesn't automatically give us rent control, but it gives us the opportunity to do that.
What are some of the kind of, I guess, rebuttals against those kind of ideas that like this wouldn't help the homeless or this wouldn't help people who are really trying to rent homes or who even own homes?
And I don't know if this qualifies for the call and response, but it is our tagline. The rent is too damn high.
Too damn high.
Damn.
Too damn high.
Too damn high. The rent is too damn
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
If you agree with that, you should already be drinking.
I got you.
But who is profiting from that? Why is it too damn high? 25 years I've lived in Leimert Park. I remember not so long ago, you used to be able to get a 2-bedroom in Leimert Park.
So you're from Los Angeles?
My family's actually been in LA for over 100 years.
100 years? Wow, man, damn, that's amazing. Wow.
It is, but
100 years.
I mean, now I see the changes. We call them the dog walkers. And the folk who are coming in the community, Leimert Park is a proud black community, just as East LA is a proud Chicano community and so many other unique spaces in this environment that we don't really celebrate or allow the expression of what makes us truly great as individuals, Americans, and great as a society. In places like Leimert Park, in Northeast LA, in East LA, these folks, mega landlords, these Wall Street speculators, they came in, they gave grandmama a loan, they foreclosed on them, and now they can't even be regulated when these units go back to market. So you're seeing literally people who are living in homes that they used to own, paying rent and getting hit with $500 a month rent increases, $1,000 a month rent increases. What they want to do is to continue this process. These people aren't involved in building housing at all. Their entire business model when it comes to being involved in this is to kick people out and or raise the rent to the point that they can get somebody who now wants to come into Leimert Park and get paid $2,500 a month for a 2-bedroom, whereas others could not, and continue that profit making. So yes on 10 just says, you know what, we want to do something about it.
And it's mostly our communities that are being affected. So you see places not just like LA. You see in Oakland, something like 30% of the African American population of Oakland has disappeared. It's gone away, right? You're seeing this massive displacement happening all across the state of California. We should vote yes on 10 because we want to keep people like us,
Right. I'm seeing a lot of these ads for no on 10. I only see in those ads older white people. All I see is old white people being like, no! And I'm like, I don't know if I should agree with that guy. He's convincing, he's passionate, but is he correct? And what I'm getting from you guys is that maybe they're not.
Just be real. There's a reason why people put older people in ads, because they know older people vote. If only millennials voted, yes on 10 would win. hands down. Because we can't afford to live in this state. We're being forced to make difficult decisions every day. But we can do something. We have a registration date. We can tell our folk about this. We can make people understand that those ads that are coming from the opposition telling people to vote no are coming from the very people who are profiting from the housing crisis that they created, and that the people they typically align with are wildly saying that give this control back to local communities to enact rent control. And that's why we welcome this opportunity. We appreciate this.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. We welcome you for being here.
And I should say, he's one of the leaders in Los Angeles. This is a campaign that is run by me. I'm the campaign director. One of the co-authors is a fellow millennial. This is like something that is literally of our generation. It's critical to all of us throughout the state, but it's something that is run. So it's a campaign that's run by millennials.
Wow. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you.
Watch that
Thank you so much, guys. It was really a pleasure having you. Oh wait, is there one more thing you'd like to say, just as a damn before you go, or
Rent's too damn high.
the rent is too damn high?
Damn, rent is
Thank
too
you.
damn high. Guys, so get registered and
There
go
we
vote.
go.
Damn.
Thank you guys so much. We gotta make this drink, is what we gotta do.
We do.
I'm gonna finish this drink. The rent being too damn high, I'm gonna put a lot of mint in there for the money that's running politics, the money that we all know is a part of politics. Hey, get that dirty money out of my shit. We're doing some rum for the mainstream who seems to be trying to have another regular kind of party. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're gonna do a little bit of lime. Not just the money in politics, but specifically the tartness of specific politicians who are calling out that shit and standing strong and not taking money from big businesses like Kenneth Mejia, like Bernie Sanders. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
You're representing real people and we appreciate that. A little bit of simple serve, because check it out. If you are registered to vote, it's that simple. Just go.
No.
Just show up. Just show up. Hashtag show up. You know what I'm saying? That's really wet. Okay.
That's what she said.
God damn it, Alyssa. Blueberries for the Democratic people on social media that are really like all inflamed, like, oh, Republicans are cheating and all this stuff, right? And then I got these nasty ass, old ass raspberries. They're actually not nasty. They just got like this today because I left them like kind of in the sun a little bit.
No.
But they remind me of our Republican Party. Just
in there too goddamn long is what
too
you mean?
long.
Like just hanging out. I believe in you, but I need you to do
You see how this is? This
I
is
got
rough.
a promotion, y'all.
This is rough. Okay, so this is the Go Vojito.
Hey.
Which is important because if it wasn't important, motherfuckers would not be out there fucking with all your shit all the time. So please, Go Vojito. We're gonna top that off with a little bit of soda water.
Oh, damn, that's pretty.
Okay, and this is our Go Vojito. Damn.
Okay, damn. Okay.
International news with Céline Tshika, everybody. Thank you so much. Get up for Céline. How you doing?
I am good. So I have a few stories today. Most of them are from Africa because, I gotta represent. First story I have for you today is Ugandan woman marries herself to get her parents off her back. Here are the facts. Miss Lulu Jemima, 32-year-old woman from Uganda, is pursuing her master's in creative writing at Oxford University. Go girl, go girl. Her parents, apparently, according to Miss Lulu Jemima, Mrs. Lulu Jemima, her parents have been ready for her to get married since she turned 16 years old. And I mean, as we know, by the time you're 24 and unmarried in African culture, it's kind of already a cause for concern. Being 32, girl, I mean, gee. On an unrelated note, would you please pour me a drink?
Yeah, here you go, yeah. For sure.
Thank you. Anyway, unfortunately, in African culture, it's still considered the main way to ensure a woman's financial security, and financial security is what she needs to finish her master's degree. So you know what she did? You want to know what my African sister did? She spent $2.62 making this event, this wedding for herself, to herself, by herself. Used that to create a GoFundMe to pay for her tuition. She used this gown to get this gown. I just want to say, Miss Lulu Jemima, you are a hero. You are a leader of our generation.
Damn.
Second story that I have for you today is a little more on the tragic side. Africa's youngest billionaire, Mohamed Dewji, has been kidnapped. Here are the facts. Mohamed Dewji, 43-year-old casual billionaire, was on his way to his gym at a luxury hotel in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. This is how it went down. He pulls up to the hotel, gets out of his car, and he's like, yeah, I'm ready to put my squats on, do my this and everything. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. He doesn't know that the gang was waiting for him at the door. He gets out, two white dudes pop out, and they're like, oh, hell no, we're doing this. And then they go grab him. People start getting suspicious, so they're like, oh my gosh. So what do? The gang busts some shots up in the air. Pop, 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 pop. They just shoot them shots. Everyone starts scattering around, stuff them into the car, and they go, I know I sounded too excited about that. If it were an action movie, I mean, that footage would be pretty amazing. But it is pretty tragic. I mean, he was only 43 years old. Oh, sorry, we don't know yet. Sorry. So we don't know yet. 43 years old, owner of a multi-billion-dollar company that he, created. And he was a former member of parliament as well. But, there was a small trash part of my brain that thought, if the main criteria for being kidnapped is to have a lot of money and to go to gym, I'm good. Like, I don't know about you fit bitches, but I am safe.
Damn!
So damn!
Yes, damn.
Back to Uganda, Kanye West goes all the way to Africa.
Everybody say,
all the way to Africa to experience nature. Here are all the facts. So, Mr. MAGA West has been in Africa, or more specifically Uganda, since Friday, working on his new album. He and his wife went to go see the president, and they presented him with a pair of white sneakers. I mean, thanks, I guess. That was kind of nice. He's made a whole lot of claims, right? Claim that all these great African spirits are within him. I mean, he used to claim that the spirit of Fela, legendary artist, is also within him. Not everyone agreed with that. Yeah, shame. I mean, nice try, Kanye, but come on, that was a little bit of a reach. But it's what Mr. Donald Drumstein's best friend told TMZ that really got me most. We have to go to what is known as Africa. We have to go and find out what it is really called. It's called Uganda. That's what it's not that deep. It's Uganda. And grab the soil. Have the mic open in the studio so you can hear nature while we record it. Listen, my brother in Christ, you do not have to go all the way to Africa to experience nature. There is nature in every one of the United States of America. There is hella nature in Canada. You could have gone there. And I think it's this fetishized view of Africa, of this place that's just people are roaming around the dirt roads with their pet wild animals and wake up in the morning and just play drums in the streets. It's Africa. I really hope that's what he's expecting, because he's going to be hella disappointed. But what I want to say to him is, honestly, cut the crap. We know why you went there. All the black people here do not like you. So you went to Africa and you're trying to get the black people over there to like you. And then he specifically chose a remote area. He didn't go to the city. He wanted to go and be with the wildlife and the nature and all that, because he's hoping the people there don't have access to Twitter. Don't want shit. But joke's on you, because there is internet in Africa. It is very expensive, but it is there.
Damn! Wow, that's beautiful.
Can I hang out with you guys, or do I have to?
No, you have to go.
No.
Thank you, everybody. Give it up for Céline Tshika. Moving right along. Now we should look for Tress, because we need her for weather.
If you pour it, she will come.
And give us some weather news. How about that? Some weather.
Tress.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm black and I'm a woman. And I'm saving the world. Except for you, Florida. Stay right there, Ginger. So, Hurricane Michael showed up in the panhandle of Florida. Not to be confused with Saint Michael, the archangel. Because I thought maybe God had sent the wrath of the archangel soldiers to attack the Trump voters. Hurricane Michael brought 155-mile-per-hour winds and pressure, causing great destruction. There were houses and motels and churches and dead cats all in the streets of Mexico Beach. We can't have that. We gotta build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall along the Florida-Georgia line. There are gonna be poor whites crossing the line, bringing illegal hurricanes, causing greater destruction. Hurricanes and Floridians are not welcomed in America. Now here's the map. Florida's down there. So Hurricane Michael made its way to Georgia. So what happened is it left heat and humidity behind. And it just allowed for more heat for the hotly contested gubernatorial race. Okay, between Stacey Abrams, oh, she's so fabulous. I just love her. She's a black woman too. She's gonna save the world. She's a progressive Democrat. And Kemp.
Oh yeah.
Brian Kemp is a profess gun-loving, politically incorrect conservative that got a big old truck that rounds up illegals. He's also the Secretary of State of Georgia. Not to be confused with the Secretary of State Pompeo of America, because I was confused. I was like, how many Secretary of States do we need? He was trying to take 53,000 people off the voter roll, right? And 70% of those people are like minorities, aka global majority folks.
Hey.
You know what I mean? This little fucker. America, only you can prevent politically incorrect, racist, voting purging, conservative assholes from winning an election.
Damn.
Hurricane Michael kept trekking up through the Carolinas, and then it finally was like, I'm out of here. It left through Virginia, headed out to the Atlantic Ocean, but it left a tropical storm named Kanye West in D.C. It was a depression. It was called a tropical depression, and by depression I mean it was bipolar. Oh, but you know what? Through that depression, Kanye West got to meet his father and his white savior, the Fuhrer, Drunkenheimer bin make Saudi America great again. He's the uncrowned prince. Drunkenheimer. Oh my God, it was so touching when they went to go hug and it was all like, love you. It reminded me of those soldiers that go see their kids at the school and the kids like, Daddy, Mommy, and they're like, I love you. And they're like, where you been? And the soldiers like, I've been out killing people. It's just reminding me. You go to New York, it's just been calm and cool and breezy, because there was a Lyft driver by the name of Sean Peppers. He brought this cool, calm demeanor after he was berated and harassed by this Latinx Führer-supporting guy named Robert Ortiz. And he was like going off on Sean Peppers. I was like, what is he doing? Sean Peppers, he just told it was like cool, calm, like the 10th day of fall after 85-degree heat wave. Because you know the saying? When they go ranty racist, we go blank stare silent.
Tress, hey!
Oh, that's not my throw up.
What?
That's not my throw up.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, don't throw up.
That's the weather. I need a drink.
Yeah, everybody weather. Thank you, Tress Glenn. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much. This is the news you can drink to. Damn! Thank you so much, everybody. Please get the fuck out. We gotta close this motherfucking bar down.
Yes,
Everybody got to go.
yes.
Thank you all so much. Small disclaimer,
ladies and gentlemen.
this show has been edited for your feelings. If you feel really upset about it, please email us at wedon'tgiveadamn.com. Thank you so much.